Hello student, today I am going to take the fourth unit is called Everything I Need to Learn from the Forest, written by Vandana Siva. About these lessons I am going to discuss with you a summary. I am going to explain a summary, detailed summary of this lesson. About these lessons have been told, I have been given to arts and commerce sections and not yet given to science. That's why I prepared one more PPT and sending to all as well as arts, commerce and science. Because this chapter is very important for the annual examinations. In this lesson will come 2 questions, 3 questions must. That is 1 marks questions 1, 4 marks question also 1 must, and also will come 6 marks question from this lesson. That's why this lesson is very important. You should listen properly, and after listen, note down in your fair book and read 2 more times. If you read 2 more times about this summary, and then next whatever I am giving to you people about 1 marks as well as 4 marks, that is enough to make understand whatever they will ask about that, about the exam, about the questions, you will be prepared. Like that I will be given here. Okay, see I am going to explain the detailed summary of these lessons once again. See, before explaining the summary, I am going to highlight about the Vandana Siva. She born in India and staying in the United States of America, and she became one of the famous environmentalist. A famous environmentalist. About that environmental, she wrote in this lesson. In this essence, she wrote a essay. See, first, Vandana Siva is an internationally renowned activist for biodiversity and against corporate globalization. She is an internationally renowned activist for biodiversity, and she became against corporate globalizations. See, against because the corporate globalizations are making spoil about the nature. So that's why she against on corporate globalizations. Okay, see, in this essay, Everything I Need to Learn from the Forest, she reveals to the readers all about her early lessons of environmentalist. Reveals means to shows to the readers all about her early lessons of environmentalist. She further tells us how she learned all the major ideals of good life from the forest, such as diversity, freedom and coexistence. And further she says that what she learned major ideals of good life from the forest, such as diversity, that is diversity, freedom and coexistence life. How to lead a life with the people, with the nature, with all things, with other species. That she learned from the forest. Vandana Siva's ecological journey started in the forest of the Himalaya. Her involvement in the contemporary ecology movement began with the Chipko. See, Vandana Siva's ecological journey started in the forest of Himalaya. That Himalaya comes in Uttarakhand state. And her involvement in the contemporary ecology movement began with the Chipko movement, that it is called a non-violent response. With her contemporary ecology, she started a Chipko, who Vandana Shiva started in India, in Himalaya region. Chipko movement is a non-violent response to the large scale of deforestation in the Himalaya region. A Chipko movement is a non-violent response against the large scale deforestation in the Himalaya region. In the 1970, a peasant woman from her region had come out to save trees. In the year 1970, a peasant woman, means a rural woman, from her regions had come out to save trees. The real rural women came out from their house and to save the trees in the year of 1970. All women declared that they would hug the trees and the loggers would have to kill them before killing the trees. When all women came out and saved the trees, and they hugged the trees and loggers and warned the forest officials would have to kill them before killing the trees. They have warned to the forest officials. Vandana Shiva decided to become a volunteer for the Chipko movement and went for Padayatras and documenting the deforestations, and also worked for the forest activities and created awareness about Chipko movement. And she decided to become a volunteer of the Chipko movement and went for Padayatras to make a documenting of the deforestations, and also work of the forest activists, and created awareness about Chipko movement in that region, in that area. And then one of the women, Bachni Devi, a village woman led resistance against her own husband who had obtained a contract to cut trees. The woman told the officials that they had come to teach them forestry. Bachni Devi, she is a village woman. Which village? Advani village woman. And she lead among all women and against her husband to stop the cutting the trees, because who had obtained a contract to cut trees. Then all women came and supporting her and fight against contractor, her own husband, as well as forest officials, and also told them they had come to teach them forestry. You have to come, you come and will teach you about the forestry. What is the importance, how much the importance of the forest is there, that you come here, will teach you. Like that, they have given a slogan to the forest officials. From Chipko movement, she learned about biodiversity, and she described the importance of biodiversity in her book. That is next third steps, that is Navadanya farm. In the Navada, And then she started a Chipko movement, and from that she learned about the biodiversity and described the importance of biodiversity in her book. She described about the biodiversity. What is the importance of biodiversity? She is explained in her book. That is monoculture of the mind. Monoculture of the mind. In that book, she explained about the biodiversity. She started saving seeds and started Navadanya farm in 1994. She started a Navadanya farm in 1994. There she started a saving seed banks, saving seeds bank in that Navadanya farm in the Doon Valley. That it comes Himalaya in Uttarakhand state. Sometimes they may ask a 1 mark questions. Where it was located? Navadanya farm was located in the lower elements of Doon's Valley, Himalaya in Uttarakhand. If you are written one, Doon's Valley is enough, or Himalaya it is enough, or else Uttarakhand. If you are written, then they will give 1 mark question. If they ask 1 mark question, then you have to write like this. They conserve and grow 630 varieties of rice, 150 varieties of wheat, and hundreds of other species and got more yield, which become a solution to the problem of food and nutrition crisis. There she conserved and grows 630 varieties of rice, 150 varieties of wheat, and 100 of other species and got more yield. That much she grown in her Navadanya farm, and that got more yield, and which become a solutions, and which become a solutions who had a problem of food and nutrition crisis. That she was telling. See. Then she started seeds banks across the India and instructed and pleaded the farmers to make transitions from fossil fuel and chemical based monoculture to biodiversity ecological systems nourished by the sun and the soil. Then she started seeds banks across the India, and she is giving a demonstration to the farmers about she started a training classes. In that training classes she is giving a demonstrations about the seeds banks, how to grow a yield, with transition from fossil fuel to chemical based, monoculture to biodiverse ecological systems nourished by the sun and the soil. How to grow without chemicals, she was giving a demonstrations in Navadanya farm. Then the fourth one steps about the earth, about the international issues. The United Nations General Assembly organized a conference on harmony with nature as a part of Earth Day celebrations. The United Nations General Assembly organized a conference on harmony with nature as a part of Earth Day celebrations. Who United Nations General Assembly organized a conference. In that conference, they are saying that harmony with nature as a part of Earth Day celebrations. It is significant to note that Ecuador has recognized the rights of nature in its constitutions. The first time the Ecuador country has recognized the rights of nature in its constitutions. Ecuador country, first time the Ecuador country given a rights of nature in their constitutions. The discussions was about the ways to transform systems based on dominations of people over nature, men over women, and rich over poor into new systems based on partnerships. And also that they discussed about in that conference they have discussed about the what transform the systems based on dominations, based on domination. Who domination? Based on domination, people over nature, people over nature. People are dominating over nature, men are dominating over women, rich are dominating over poor. About these dominations we have to change our systems based on partnership, based on partnership we have to change our ideas, our thoughts, our ideology. She was telling there. The importance of reconnecting with nature is stressed. All human beings are on an inseparable part of nature, and if we do any harm to nature, it is harming ourselves. Then she was telling like that in that conference they are telling discussed about that importance of reconnecting with nature is a stress of all human beings are an inseparable part of nature, inseparable, without separating with nature. And if we do any harm to the nature, then that nature itself harming ourselves, itself harm to ourselves. It reaction should be there. So if you harm to the nature, nature will harm to us. That's why it is inseparable part of nature. We have to make like that. She was telling. One of the writer, a philosopher says, Cormac Collinan says that we need to overcome the wider and deeper apartheid and eco-apartheid based on the illusions of separateness of humans from nature in our minds and lives. In our mind, your mindset and life, what we did, we people become a deeper and wider apartheid by the natures. That is our illusion. That is our illusion. We people are become a wider and deeply separated by the nature. That is in our mindset, in our life. Who says? Cormac Collinan. So we should make inseparable. Who said like that? He was telling. Today, and one of the fellow, George Bernard Shaw, also telling about the technology, about the modern development. Means corporate sectors. They are making deforestations. They are the people to make a deforestation to the forest. They are the importance to making a deforestation. So, and also he is telling like that, by that industrializations, by the technology, India's earth, mother earth become a dead matter. Because each and every inch by inch we people are digging and spoiling the nature. So due to that matter, our mother earth became a dead matter. He was telling. Today it is need of our to stop thinking about thinking that our living earth is transformed into dead matter. So it is our need to stop thinking what that our living earth is becoming transforming into dead matter. Our living earth is transforming into dead matter. So due to that industrializations, she was telling, one should look at nature as a living nurture mother. One should look at nature as a living nurture mother. So that is our duty. We need to move away from the paradigm of nature as a dead matter. We should take a shift from anthropocentrism to ecocentrism. See here, anthropocentrism means the human beings are having a significant on the earth. That is their significant role on the earth. They are the power. They are the superior. They thought they themselves. And to change everything. Ecocentrism, to politics, to make everything. We should recognize, protect and respect the rights of other species. We should recognize what and we protect and respect the rights of other species. We should recognize to them and protect them, as well as giving a respect to other species, means other lives. That is our duty. Who says? She says like that. Tagore, in his essay Tapovana, speaks the forest as the source of regenerations and the source of Indians' best ideas. She took one of the essays of Rabindranath Tagore, that is Tapovana, and Tapovana speaks. Tapovana says that in the Tapovana he says that the forest as the source of regenerations and the source of India's best ideas. That is the Tapovana is the source of forest regenerations as well as source of India's best ideas. Who? Rabindranath Tagore says like that. The peace of the forest has helped the intellectual evaluations of man. The peace of the forest has helped the intellectual evaluations of man. The peace of forest has helped us intellectual evaluations of man, to thinking about idea. He keeps up unity in diversity and the forest as a source of knowledge and freedom. See, he keeps unity in diversity. We should keep unity and diversity, and the forest as a source of knowledge and freedom. So forest as a source of knowledge as well as freedoms. Who says? Rabindranath Tagore says like that. The forest teaches us union and compassion. The forest teaches us union and compassion. Compassion means kindness. You become a union as well as kindness on other species. That is our duty. That is the right of nature. Who says? Rabindranath Tagore says the forest gives everything. Forest gives everything. We should take with a happily, and also respect, protect, and as well as respect. That is our duty. Rabindranath Tagore says like this. Okay. Next, the last answer. We have to enjoy the gifts of nature without exploitation and accumulations. Without exploitation and accumulations, we have to enjoy with the gifts of nature. See, we should enjoyment through renunciations and certainly not through greed or possession. Possession means our rights on everything. No, we never possess. That is our greed. Never possess. That is our greed. Never do like that. We should enjoyment with the renunciations, not a possessing, not a greed on the other species. He was telling like that. If at all we want the joy of living, we need to put an end to consumerization and accumulations. Suppose if we want to live a happy life, then we need to put stop to consumerization as well as accumulations. Then only we people as well as surrounding areas become a happyful. The nature gives a best life to us. See, thus Vandana Shiva says that the forest teaches us the values of diversity, freedoms and coexistence. Then she says that Vandana Shiva says that forest teaches us the values of diversity and also freedom, values of diversity, freedom and coexistence life. If forest teaches us, if we protect and respect to the nature, then the forest or nature teaches us values of diversity, freedom and coexistence life. They teach us if we protect and respect to the nature. Okay, this is end of the lessons. So till that, whichever while listening or after note down in your fair book, read, and then if you couldn't understand here and there, you would ask me questions while taking a online class, or else call by phone and make understand clearly, because already I have been told you people this chapter is very important and many more questions will come from this chapter. Total 10 marks, 10 or 11 marks will come from this lesson. That's why I'm telling that once again, first listen properly and note down in your fair book and read the summary. After that summary, I will give you the 1 marks questions and 4 marks questions as well as 6 marks questions. Okay, whatever you want to need from these lessons, I will be given. In that only, whatever I have been given about these lessons, in that only they will ask you questions, and you should prepare like that only. Okay, thank you one and all. So